In this video, I'm going to discuss 5 very simple tactics you can use right now to build more muscle. So make sure you stay tuned. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. This is a video I've been wanting to do for some weeks now. I was researching cell volume and basically some very simple things, just small tweaks we can do to add more muscle in an environment where every inch, every millimeter counts.
Yeah, and that's what she said.
So I was looking up cell volume and how important it is. Cell volume is crucial to get the amino acids into muscle cells. It's one of the main mechanisms of action behind creatine. Creatine increases cell volume. It is different to a pump. So a pump will increase the fluid between the muscle cells.
The greatest feeling you can get in a gym, or the most satisfying feeling you can get in the gym, is the pump.
While cell volumization is basically the increase of fluid within the muscle cells. So the swelling of the actual muscle, that's cell volume. But a pump can increase cell volume and is definitely effective when it comes to muscle growth. That's long-term growth, not just looking super jacked after your workout and looking at the skin and being like, yeah, I've got a serious pump. Let me take some photos. Not just that, long-term growth. So basically, when we exit a workout, we are faced with 2 things. So we're faced with increased protein synthesis, but increased protein degradation. So we're fighting a battle between basically being anabolic and being catabolic. So we've got to win this war.
This means war!
So the pump is the body's natural response to high intensity exercise. Vasodilation will increase the blood flow to the hard-working muscles. This will increase oxygen levels and nutrient uptake, along with the removal of waste products such as lactic acid. Then it will experience an increase in blood plasma levels. The blood plasma level increase plus the presence of lactate and other metabolites will lead to increased osmolarity of the blood. Then what we've got is we're able to pull more water from the blood in. And this is known as the pump. So let's get straight into these 5 tips. So number 1, stay hydrated. It may seem obvious, but being dehydrated is not the one when it comes to working out. So being hydrated is optimal to maximize cell volumization. Also, it's crucial to turn on protein synthesis and also prevent protein breakdown. Well, to optimize those areas. Not saying you can't do it with being dehydrated, you can, but you want to optimize those. And also, being dehydrated affects your recovery and also affects your performance. So number 2, electrolytes. This ties in perfectly with my last video based on sodium. So what we need is a decent level of osmolytes in order to maximize cell volumization. So osmolytes are osmotically active compounds which draw water into the muscles. So at the very least, you need salt, like sodium, because without sodium, your pumps will be severely impaired. But in all actuality, you need sodium, potassium, and magnesium together to make sure cell volumization is optimized and you're getting the maximum benefit out of this. You can take an electrolyte supplement pre and post workout for this, or you can just take something which has high levels of each of these. I personally just put like a half a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt in my pre-workout shake and in my pre-workout drink. I don't have a pre-workout shake. And in my post-workout shake, if you have a pre-workout shake, you can dump it in there. Just I put it in a glass of water, mix it with some essential amino acids and some other stuff, and I'm good to go. But you need to make sure you're consuming potassium as well. Potassium you can get out of foods such as avocados, squash, bananas, broccoli, just to name a few. There's plenty more you can get high levels of potassium out of, but you need to make sure you're getting enough because that is crucial for cell volumization. And sodium and potassium combined are crucial for the pump, but if you want to optimize and maximize that cell volumization, you also need to make sure you're getting enough magnesium in your diet. I personally supplement with magnesium because I go for quite high doses. I'll take like a biglycinate in the morning, and in the evening I'll take like a malate. just a bit before I sleep. It may sound like I'm overdoing it a bit, but I just want to maximize recovery and get all other added benefits from magnesium, not just the pump and cell volumization aspect. Okay, so the next one, you probably saw this coming from a mile away, creatine. So creatine is stored in the muscles as phosphocreatine. It helps regenerate ATP when we're experiencing like high intensity exercise or just a high intensity muscle contraction in general. So what creatine will do is act as an osmolyte, quite an important one, and it will draw extra water into the muscle cell and increase cell volume. So that directly increases cell volume, and that's actually one of the key things creatine does, as well as obviously supply the energy. And what I recommend doing is taking 5 grams of creatine daily. What I do personally is take 2.5 grams before workout, 2.5 grams after. On non-workout days, I'll just take 5 grams in the morning because creatine has some cognitive benefits as well. Helps with memory, helps with concentration. It's actually quite a strong nootropic and it's very inexpensive. I personally suggest going with a Creapure. There are more different types of creatine coming on the market, but I suggest a Creapure at the moment. Just wait for a bit more research on creatine HCl or something like that. I wouldn't completely rule it out, but I think personally, creatine monohydrate is just so well researched, we cannot deny it at this point. So last, but definitely not least, mechanical tension. So we need to make sure we're placing enough stress on the muscle to force them to change. So that doesn't mean going to failure, absolute failure each and every set. It just means we need to place enough time under tension with the right amount of resistance. Doesn't have to be super heavy load, but it has to be the right amount of resistance to force change. The way I see this is stick to, people say 6 to 12 repetitions, but I would say with some exercises you can go all the way up to about 25 to even 30 on specific exercises. Some people will laugh and be like, oh, that's not optimal. But if you're not doing it, sometimes the best workout is the workout you're not currently doing. If you've always stuck to that 6 to 8 rep range, time to change it up, switch it up. So one thing I learned in lockdown, I've been doing a lot of like high repetition with lower weight, creating way more time under tension. And time under tension with enough mechanical tension will cause significant increase in protein synthesis, will cause significant increases in glycogen uptake, will also deplete glycogen to a greater extent and create a more insulin sensitive environment, which means you're primed for that post-workout shake, you're primed to direct that all into muscle building rather than into fat cells. And my perfect protocol, which works best for me, you may find something works best or different for you. I usually work out, at the moment, between 3 and 4 p.m. Actually, I'd say between 3 and 4:30 p.m., depending on the day. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll have an essential amino acid drink before, about 45 minutes before, and what I'll do is I'll chuck in a pinch of salt with that, and what I'll do is I will add some creatine into that, and that's pretty much my pre-workout drink. I will have magnesium earlier in the daytime to support that electrolyte balance, and potassium I'll have earlier in the daytime as well, in the forms of probably avocado for lunch and some squash for dinner probably with my meal, and in the morning I'll put some cream of tartar in my water. Anyway, my electrolytes are pretty primed. Even pre-workout, I'd sometimes, if I'm feeling a bit low on energy, I'll make like a pre-workout electrolyte drink. Anyway, post-workout, I'm chucking in those carbs into a similar mix where I'll put protein, double scoop of protein, so 40 grams of protein, 40 grams of dextrose or dextrin, again, like half a teaspoon of salt for the minerals, I put Celtic sea salt, and I'll make sure I have magnesium kind of like bedtime anyway, which is a few hours after I work out. So that is what I currently do. If you want to see my post-workout nutrition video, you can click above or you can watch that and enjoy. If you have any questions, comment below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, and if you liked it enough to share with someone else, do share with someone else. And if you're looking for a personalized program that's going to help you optimize your regime, your workout regime, your nutrition regime, and get the best possible results, reach out to me, adam@adamscottfit.com. Drop me an email, and I'll be happy to hook you up with a personalized program that can really help you achieve your goals. Be sure to follow me on Instagram to keep up to date on my daily life. That's @AdamScottFit. And if you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications. Until the next video, keep pushing those limits.